Hey everyone, Chiko dude here. So we have a rerun of the Cyrus and Palkia legendary event. And this time around, we can unlock 5 out of 5 Palkia and power him up to 20 over 20. We also get a sync grid for him. This just makes me wonder, why didn't Mewtwo and Ho-Oh get a sync grid? Is it just because Mewtwo is already strong enough without a grid, so DNA wants to keep his grid to build suspense? Or what about Ho-Oh? Ho-Oh is barely functioning outside of Sun teams, and don't even get me started on its stats. But this video is not about them, it's about Palkia. So, is Cyrus and Palkia any good? Is he worth your time? Let's dive in. Stat-wise, he's kind of on the same boat as Ho-Oh. Decent HP, standard defenses for a striker, and only 282 special attack and 198 speed. Attack doesn't matter because as it is right now, he cannot use his attack stat. Not the best stats for a striker, but if you get him to 20 over 20, he has 322 special attack and 238 speed, and that should be considered decent enough for a free unit. The good thing though is that Palkia does have something up its sleeves to make those stats work, which we'll get into soon. Moveset wise, Palkia has Spatial Ren, also known as SPL Ren. I'm just playing around. A single target 3-bar dragon attack move that has a higher critical hit rate, Water Pulse, and Hydro Pump. His trainer move drastically raises the user's special attack and speed, and has a recoil damage of 25% of its HP. His passive move is what makes Palkia special. He gets Critical Strike 9. Unlike the main series games, critical hits are so important in this game. I think 99% of the time, we would fit some sort of critical buffs into our team, except for that one match that you want to poison stall the enemy into oblivion, which is why 9 out of 10 strikers, we would want to get Critical Strike 2 lucky skill onto them. With something that is so much of a staple in our strategies, it's crazy that Palkia gets Critical Strike 9 to take advantage of that. And have a look at his sync move. It has a higher chance to trigger a critical hit. If you didn't know this already, Sync move inherently has a -1 rank critical hit chance. So even at max critical hit rate buff, Sync move still has a chance of not scoring a critical hit. What this means, or what I think it means for Palkia, is that at maximum critical hit buff, Palkia's Sync move will still always score a critical hit because this Sync move's effects cancel out the inherited -1 critical hit chance for Sync moves. I've been testing this in the past 24 hours and I didn't have one sync move that didn't score a critical hit. If you have, please let me know in the comments. I would really love to confirm this. And what you have to know is that you can still further augment Palkia's sync move damage. To do that, we have to look at Palkia's sync grid. Here's a list of the notable tiles. If you've noticed, Palkia has Catastrophe 2, which powers up sync move if they become critical hits. Imagine you get Crit Strike 2 as lucky skill. Then you would have Crit Strike 2 plus Crit Strike 9 plus Catastrophe 2 to make up a whopping 130% multiplier for your sync move. That's pretty good if you ask me. Let's have a look at the rest of Palkia's grid. You have the standard move point and move gauge refreshes, Critical Focus 2, which is really good if you somehow couldn't fit a critical hit rate buffer into your team setup. Just trigger this once and you will gain 2 critical hit rate boosts and you're set for the rest of the match. You have Hydro Pump ramming speed, which is really good considering Palkia can max his own speed. Healthy Healing is here to deal with the HP recoil from his trainer move. And you get Water Pulse Confusion Synergy 3 and Water Pulse Aggravation 1 to boost the damage and utility of Water Pulse, if for some reason you don't like using Hydro Pump. Refreshing Rain is here if you want to play Palkia in a rain team, but I really prefer if this was Raging Rain instead. Steady Aim, I just don't see the point of this, because I don't think we've had any enemies that can lower our critical hit rate as of yet, and there's really no reason to take the move point refresh for New World Order, because in 2 uses, you already max your special attack and speed. For the majority of the time, I think I will only play Palkia 2 ways. A Spatial Ren focused Sync Nuke setup, or a Hydro Pump focused ramming speed setup. The Sync Nuke grid looks like this. I've taken Catastrophe 2 and both of the sync move power-ups. Remember to take the Spatial Ren accuracy up. That 5% window to miss is really not as small as you might think. I use this sync grid for my battle with Lance in the Champion Stadium Master Mode and it works wonders. Palkia was able to KO Lance Dragonite before it was able to use the sync move. The Hydro Pump grid looks like this. Hydro Pump move gauge refresh, the accuracy up tiles, you know my thought process by now. Hydro Pump ramming speed, and a move gauge refresh for a second move as a backup. I used this grid for the full force battle, that's why I took Spatial Ren's move gauge refresh. If I'm going up against something that is weak to water, like Entei in the Legendary Arena, I'll just switch Spatial Ren to Water Pulse. So in the end, I did enjoy using Palkia more than I thought I would. I never played the Sinnoh game, so I didn't have any emotional connections with Palkia. I also never really liked Cyrus's character design. To me, he looks like a grumpy old man in a bathrobe and he has socks and sandals on. And the lack of eyebrows too, that must be it. But I have to say, Palkia is effective. Is he one of the top strikers? Well, I don't have the numbers to compare, but I doubt he's in the range of Red and Charizard, or Gloria and Zacian, or even Lance and Dragonite for that matter. But he can be more self-sufficient than Lance and Dragonite, that's for sure. Palkia gets the job done effectively and I enjoy using him. And I think you would too. You should definitely grind and power him up. With the new event format, it's not that hard to max him out anyways. Now I'm gonna show you the Champion Stadium Master Mode match and the full force battle I had with Palkia, and you'll see what I mean that Palkia is effective. And do let me know what are your thoughts about Cyrus and Palkia in the comments too. And before I go, I really want to thank you guys for your support and your kind words. I'm always looking to improve my content, so feel free to let me know what I can do to improve. I read all your comments and take them to heart, I promise you that. Well, I hope you guys enjoy the battle, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Thanks everyone, take care and stay safe.
Here we come! Now!
Let's go!
Here we go!
Dazzle!
Yeah.
Let's go.
Now!
Now's my chance.
Allow me!
I'm stunning!
Come on!
Go.
Do it!
Leave it to me!
Go.
Do it! Come on!
The human heart is weak. Let's go.
Dazzle them!
Go.
Do it! Come on!
Fight!
Do it.
I failed it. Do it!
Go.
Do your best!
Do it!
Go. The human heart is weak. Let's go.
You point out where I went
Go.
wrong?
What can we learn from this?
No one can stop me.
Let's go!
Let's go! Here we come! Dazzle!
Let's go. Now's my chance.
Allow me!
I'm stunning!
Go.
Do it! me.
Do it.
Do it.
Take this!
The human heart is weak. Let's fight.
Oh, come on. Gotta take turns in battle, too!
Do it.
Do it.
Oh no! My Pokemon!
Go. Allow me.
Go.
No way.
Fight!
You got this.
Go.
Take this!
We're at the top of our game. Ready?
Go.
Just like we practiced! Fight!
You got this.
Go.
Oh no! The spotlight's on us! Fight!
You got this.
Go.
Not on time until then.
You got this.
Do it.
For real? I'll show you how an ace trainer battles.
The human heart is weak. Let's fight.
Do it.
Dazzle them.
Do it.
Quick!
Do it.
Fight! All right, I hope you're ready. Let's go!
Do it.
Hey!
Watch and learn. You got this.
Fight!
Go.
Fight!
You got this.
The human heart is weak. Let's fight. No one can stop me.